That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
No tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
Fairly alarmed here.
Welcome to MOTN Random Select, where we pick two random films against each other to see which one comes out on top. I'm, of course, your host, Mike G. And with me for this episode, as always, is the review host. That's the ghost with the most, and it's the cinnamon that you put on your toast, Brian.
Love cinnamon toast. Hey, how you doing, everybody? Fight! What do we got today?
Fight. We got
Round 3.
That couldn't be more different, if I could say so myself. Round 3 for this Tournament of Horrors is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets versus Mandy. What do we do? How do we do this?
Oh, man.
How do we do?
Hard cuts right now.
How do we do it? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to read the synopsis of both films. We're going to throw them at each other and see what happens.
Yeah, we're going to have to.
We're going to have to. So let's go into Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, which I believe is the second film in the trilogy.
Absolutely, second.
In the quadrilogy of how many Harry Potter movies there were, like 7?
Yeah, it's like 7, 8.
So in the second installment of the boy wizard Harry Potter's adventure at Hogwarts, based on the novels by J.K. Rowling, a mysterious elf tells Harry to expect trouble during his second year at Hogwarts.
Dobby.
I hate Dobby. But nothing can prepare him for trees fighting back, flying cars, spiders that talk, and deadly warnings written in blood on this child's elementary school, or school of the wizarding ways. And this is versus Mandy. In the Pacific Northwest in 1983, outsider Rhett Miller, played by Nicolas Cage, and his partner, Mandy, are living a lovely existence until a cult of sadistic cultists raid Nicolas Cage's house and begins this psychedelic journey of bloody vengeance in hellfire. Fight!
So, background. I like Harry Potter. Probably seen Chamber of Secrets. This is probably my third or fourth watch through.
Wow.
Mandy, you wanted me to watch for a very long time.
I forced you at gunpoint to watch Mandy.
It was really random because I did not want to watch Mandy. It's really funny that it randomly popped up.
We didn't choose this movie.
It randomly generated.
Yeah.
So I got to watch Mandy. I'm going to start with Mandy.
Oh, I want to start with Harry Potter.
Harry Potter? All right.
Please.
We can go with Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with Chamber of Secrets. I thought that was the worst film in the franchise because it plays a little young. That said, I was mixing up because of the number of films, a little bit of the ending with Tom
Riddle?
Yes, Tom Riddle. I would think I was mixing that up with part 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
That is one of the better Harry Potter movies, like as far as like story goes. Like that's when we get Tom Riddle. That's when we get the Chamber. That movie it skews young.
Yeah.
But that's a pretty damn good sequel to hold up to Harry Potter. And this is going to be a hard cut, man. Like,
it's going to be a very hard cut.
I really like Chamber
of
Secrets.
I have different feelings that can't be more polar opposite, but they're good feelings. Like, I watched Harry Potter. I read the books as a kid because I was socially mandated to read all the Harry Potter books. So I'm a bit of a Harry Potter head. And in the pantheon of films, I like this one almost as much as the original film. The Sorcerer's Stone, just because it does skew young, and I prefer my Harry Potter young, if that sounds weird. But I prefer the storytelling of Harry Potter to be in the realm of child wonder and exploration versus him being this grody ass teenager trying to figure out wizard shit. Where he, you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't. I like the first 3 films better than I like the latter half of the series. Is what I'm saying. You know.
Okay. That makes
Just
sense.
because I like it to be more of like a child adventure.
And I generally like the latter half, the more adult end of it than I did the first part. But Chamber of Secrets, the first part of that movie, not so fantastic.
No.
Same could be said about Mandy.
No.
But
Mandy's...
the second and third acts of Chamber of Secrets are,
great.
I mean,
it's good. It's Harry Potter.
Without it, the franchise doesn't move forward. You know what I mean? So
and that's one thing I can say about the Harry Potter franchise as a whole. It keeps it cooking.
Correct.
I cannot knock that. Where this second film, like you said, the sequels to giant films have so much more pressure because you have to not just match the first film, but you have to surpass it. You have to up the stakes.
Correct.
The
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back. And for our previous episode, even Dead Man's Chest.
Dead Man's Chest.
Had to have big shoes to fill. And one of my through lines in this series of hard cuts and battles is that you don't necessarily have to move vertically up. You can move horizontally and still tell a good story. It doesn't have to be bigger, badder, and uncut every single time.
Absolutely.
If
storytelling is good.
Story.
That's great.
And as a sequel, I think this one does what it needs to do. You introduce new characters. You give Harry new motivations. There's stakes. Like when her mommy was petrified. When I first saw that, I was kind of upset because she's kind of like my low-key favorite out of the big three. Naruto, Sakura, and pretty much Taken, I can't remember, Sasuke, you know what I'm saying? For my anime nerds.
Oh, there you go.
They'll get it. But to put this against a film like Mandy, which is a movie for as much as I love it, and I want to pass this on like the freaking Ring video. It's a movie I only need to see once.
Oh yeah, I only need to see Mandy one time.
One good time. And be cool with it.
Elijah Wood, that's the only producer I know. I did not catch the writer of Mandy. You guys need to lay off the weed.
It's not even weed. It's beyond weed. Though.
Like seriously,
this is beyond.
You
normal.
guys need. I am thoroughly happy that I had a couple of cocktails in me when I chose to watch the film because had I watched that thing sober, I'm not sure I would have made it.
I watched it with like the worst kind of beer in me at the time. I was thinking I was drinking like a freaking King Cobra or some shit because I wanted to watch this as garbage as possible. I wanted to feel bad while I watched it to amplify the film, and that's not a negative take toward the film. This reminds me of films that aren't made anymore because they don't make money, like Natural Born Killers. Or the psychedelic
Rob Zombie
Rob Zombie films,
absolutely.
1,000 Corpses, Devil's Rejects.
This film got violent. It got weird. Nicolas Cage, man, like
caging it up, dog.
I mean, great job, Nick. I
love this movie.
What do I think about Mandy? What do I think about Mandy?
What are your general thoughts? Elevator pitch.
I think Mandy.
Because
the first part of Mandy just took too long. It took too long to get there. The actress did a fantastic job.
Mandy.
I liked exactly how random it was.
Yeah.
The burning of the body.
Cheddar Goblin, dude.
Cheddar Goblin.
Cheddar Goblin is the coolest.
I didn't really see any of it coming. I want to say the end. What do we have at the end?
It gets if at the very end is where he finally catches up with this freaking cult leader, and the cult leader has a full mental breakdown.
Right. He's in the room, right,
and in front of Nicolas Cage, who's beating the shit out of anyone who's come across him, because he's the ordained minister of pain at this point of the film.
He's damaged. He's just damaged goods,
an elemental force at this point.
Absolutely,
because nothing's stopping this man.
And that's what it kind of lost. Like the esoteric thing that it went into at the end, it's like
it kept getting stupider.
Yes.
But in the best, most complimentary way possible.
Yes, absolutely.
It started off very grounded. It was a very grounded, pretty.
Absolutely.
It's like an acid trip. It's like.
It was very much like an acid trip.
It's like
I'm glad I was not on acid.
Your normal.
I don't do acid.
It's like it's. I don't do acid either. I'm just saying from what I've understood of what an acid trip is. It's very the earth is the earth, and there's trees, and he has a normal ass 9 to 5, and something jumps off where it just becomes almost like a fairy tale. I consider this a heavy metal fairy tale because you just go from Kansas to Oz, and once you're in Oz, it just doesn't stop. It keeps going nuttier.
And that is something I'll tell you. It was like an hour and a half. I appreciated it. The first 30 minutes were a bit slow, but that was a solid
It was necessary.
Film. And now you're talking about Chamber of Secrets versus Mandy.
Which is going to win, my man? What is your choice? Because I'm going to have to fight you on this one and convince you of my choice. It's hard cuts. Pickles and frickin' ice cream. Which one do you like better?
I know that was a long pause, ladies and gentlemen. This is a tad bit of a hard cut.
That's the sound of thinking.
I gotta say, I'm as weird as it freaking was, and as random and strange as it was. I'm taking Chamber of Secrets.
Oh, man.
I'm taking Chamber of Secrets, man.
Oh, man.
Mandy, I only need to see once. I'm on my fourth go at Chamber of Secrets. If I never see Mandy again, I don't know if I'm happy or depressed about that. But I know that if Chamber of Secrets came on right now, I could sit down, watch it, enjoy myself. I'm not sure I enjoyed watching Mandy.
Right?
I think I was looking at Mandy.
You experienced Mandy.
I did not thoroughly enjoy watching Mandy. And when Mandy was over, I was like, whoa, that was batshit crazy in a bottle.
Now, after giving this much thought, and my approach to these verses is that I'm putting these in a white room, separate from everything around them, may it be prequels or sequels or any kind of marketing, film versus film. And after watching both films, I got to say I was more thoroughly enjoyed and surprised by what Mandy brought to the table than a sequel to a franchise that's been burned into my brain for almost 20 years now.
Look,
Mandy itself is an experience where I'm going through the numbers watching Harry Potter.
In a white room, you look at storytelling, Chamber of Secrets.
No, you know what? I'll give you this. There's no meat to Mandy. It is a revenge film, and that is it.
There is no meat to Mandy. There is no storytelling.
But that gristle, dog, that gross part that has all the flavor.
There is
just
no
rub it on your teeth,
meat.
And you trip out, dude.
To Mandy.
No meat at all.
So storytelling, acting. I'm gonna give you Mandy. I'm gonna give you Mandy hands down because those damn little kids were just too damn young to pull it together off for my taste currently. As far as like effects, VFX, CGI,
I mean, it's Harry Potter, dude. But you know what?
Mandy did a pretty damn good job. They did a Hellraiser type of gig, bro.
Mandy was beautiful. Mandy was a prettier film than Harry Potter was because it was forcing itself to be pretty.
I was gonna give it to Mandy.
It's Mandy. Mandy's.
I was gonna give it to Mandy.
Yeah.
I guess sound. I gotta give it to Mandy
because his soundtrack is banging. It's like watching heavy metal.
That soundtrack was amazing. Now that I think about.
Forgot
about that.
Every shot was shot perfectly. Was color graded perfectly.
Color graded, sure. Shot perfectly.
What about the scene where the ghoul monsters come in the night and take Mandy, and it's like these horrible flash strobe shots, and you can't really see what's happening.
What are ghoul monsters?
A ghoul monster.
What exactly? We're back to the storytelling and a major hole.
What the ghoul monsters were?
It's a black rider that they heard in the night. What's the ghoul monster?
The ghoul monsters. The origins that they explained in the film was that these guys were bikers. They were just regular ass bikers, and they hijacked like some experimental LSD.
Correct. We're talking
And then they went super nuts.
We're talking Toxic Avenger here,
That's what is
done
so cool
realistically. And I can't. How can we give that a go?
Because you're pitting Disney against Troma. These aren't supposed to mix together. They're not.
I'm not talking about mix. I'm talking about fighting. And if you talk about which one do you want to watch again?
Is watchability that heavy, other than experience?
I mean,
because I could watch Harry Potter all day long.
If I go and experience, I watched Harry Potter and I went, oh, this is really fun. I have really good feelings.
Mandy.
This is a great adventure film. I watched Mandy and I'm like, oh my God,
that was
this
awesome.
is terrible.
I had to go outside and feel the
his
cold
wife got burned in front of him.
And he got his vengeance.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he?
He got a pet tiger. There's a pet tiger. And it listens to him and his commands.
And ladies and gentlemen,
this is a chainsaw fight with a dude who has an anime level chainsaw. They're literally like raising Arizona levels of biker demons. They don't even talk, they just roar. And people understand what's going on. It's super nutty, dude. It's an experience. It's a roller coaster. You get on, you get off.
All right.
This is a tough one. It's going to be hard to make you not pick Mandy over
I gave Mandy 3 check marks. I gave Chamber of Secrets 1 check mark, even though 2, because watchability.
It's heavy.
Storytelling is heavy. I mean, I don't understand how you're as putting these films in white rooms, telling me that the storytelling of Mandy is worth.
You know where we're coming from?
Watching.
We're coming from two different places. I'm coming from the visual aspect of an artist. And you're coming from the technical, story-driven side of like a writer
of a film.
What are movies?
White room?
It's hard because these two movies are split down the middle.
You said
one visual and one story.
Experience.
Yes.
Movie.
It's
experience.
A movie. I don't know. I don't want Mandy going out in the first round. It's too good. It's too real.
I gave Mandy the 3 check marks.
You gave
Harry Potter has 2, even though those 2 are a little bit heavier weight. We'd love to hear what you think, but I think Mandy moves on.
Yeah.
There you go,
the
ladies and gentlemen.
Cheddar Goblin for the win, baby.
Cheddar Goblin for the win.
Sorry, Harry Potter. It was a close one. It was a close one, but Mandy's just too fresh, man. It's too different. It's too new.
What about Myrtle?
Morning Myrtle is fine, but then she's counterbalanced by Dobby.
I love Dobby.
I hate Dobby.
Dobby's awesome.
I want to punt Dobby.
Dude, so much fun.
This is going to be polarizing, I can already tell. So if you would like to let us know what you think is the better film between the two, vote on our Twitter, which is @MNerdiverse, where you'll be able to choose between the spellbinding Mandy and the award-winning sequel to one of the best film franchises of all time in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I've, of course, been your host, Mike G, and we'll be talking with you later.